and introduce yourself. Let's not waste any time. We are already a bit late.
Okay, good evening, Marco. My name is Lazar. I'm from Niš, currently studying at master studies at the Faculty of Electronic Engineering.
Mm-hmm.
I spending my time going to the gym. Recently, I went to train Muay Thai boxing also,
Mm-hmm.
and I combine these sports, my studies, searching for jobs,
Mm-hmm.
spending time with my girlfriend and etc. My dog, and that's all about me.
That's all we need to know. When you say
Yeah.
you are exercising, what kind of exercise do you do?
I said I go to the gym
Mm-hmm.
like every other time and every other day, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and going to Muay Thai box.
Mm-hmm. And what exactly is Muay Thai boxing for those who don't know?
Uh, Muay Thai box is like orthodox boxing, but you can use your knees and elbows,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the best sport for striking and
Mm-hmm.
base for MMA. And it's it's interesting because you can use your strongest weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It's your shins, your elbows, your knees,
Excellent.
and
Yes.
you are most likely to do that in some real combat
Oh, so it
when you
prepares
want
you
to
for real situations.
for real situations. And it's interesting when someone is skillful in like that field of combat.
Mm-hmm. But do
And the
you do you have
trainings,
any background in martial arts? Have you ever done any other form?
no, 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 it's the starting point for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I always wanted, but I didn't have much time because I recently finished my bachelor studies,
Mm-hmm.
and I now I have more time to focus on that, and I choose to like invest some time in something that I want long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great. It's great. It's my days full,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel better doing gym, that faculty, girlfriend. I combine all of this, and
You
I'm
have a nice
constant.
routine,
I have
absolutely.
nice routine. Yeah,
Perfect. It's very
grinding.
important. It's very important to have a routine and a well organized day. It helps you, I think, mentally in particular. You said you have finished your bachelor's degree and now you're pursuing your master's degree. Would you say that the master's is easier than the bachelor's degree?
Yeah, master is much more easier,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm only two exams away from finishing actually,
Mm-hmm.
because professors have much more time uh, to invest in everybody of us, because on bachelors they have like 500 students,
Mm-hmm.
and now we are like 20 of us, and
Mm-hmm.
it's they I don't know how to say,
The,
respond immediately. I know
mm-hmm.
exactly what I need to learn, when I need to go to exam, and
So they are more
stuff.
focused. They give you more attention. You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
more
yeah.
attention from them as there are simply fewer students now. Perfect. Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome on board. Peter, Lucas, how are you doing today? Mauro, thank you for joining. How are you feeling? If you have any questions for me or for our today's guest, let me know in the comments. Lazar, let's get to work. What can you see in this picture?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I see some like train or metro
Mm-hmm.
in
Yes.
some eastern country,
Mm-hmm.
probably Japan or China or
Eastern, like
something
so
like that.
Asian, an Asian country, you would say.
Asian country, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the metro is crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Some people
Exactly.
stays on the door,
Mm-hmm. Some people are staying. We use
are
present
staying on
progressive.
the
Mm-hmm.
door,
Mm-hmm.
maybe waiting for someone to get on the train.
That's right. Get on. Get on the
Get
train.
on,
Good.
get on.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
And
Who are the people standing at the door? How are they
the
dressed?
people are dressed formally.
Mm-hmm.
We
That's right.
can probably they're in some like higher position in their companies,
Likely
and
so. Yes.
likely and probably going to work,
Mm-hmm.
or
What are
getting back
they?
from work.
That's right. What are they wearing? What do we call these clothes?
They wear suits and
Exactly.
shirts and
Suits,
uh,
shirts, shoes, everything
shoes. Yeah,
points to some businessman or people working in the big
exactly.
corporate. Do you have any dress code at your university?
No, no, we don't have. Just like don't wearing sports shorts or something, but
Uh-huh. Just not wearing, without don't, not wearing.
not wearing. Yeah, not wearing shorts.
Exactly. I was never a big fan of dress codes. I think we should give people the freedom to dress as they want. Guys in the chat, let me know, did you have any school uniforms in your high school? Lazar and I went to the same high school and we didn't have any uniforms. But what about you? What was your experience like? Going back to the picture, Lazar, you said that they were going to work or coming back from it. What do we call that time of the day
Um,
when everybody is either going to work or coming back from it? When there is a high intensity of traffic?
high intensity of traffic. It's like rush hour.
That's right, bingo, the rush hour. What's a rush hour for those who don't know? And when does it happen? What time of the day usually?
Rush hour happens like uh, in our country like twice in a day when people go to work or going back from work. It's like 6 7 a.m. and
Six,
4
six, seven mentioned.
6 7 mentioned, yeah, 6 7 a.m. or 5 and the second one is like 4 5 p.m.
That's right. Good job. Are you ever caught in the rush hour?
Yeah, yeah. I when I come back from university, someone uh, going someone
Some
uh,
people.
some people rush in their ways from work and the streets are crowded and
Exactly. And there are traffic jams. So the high concentration of cars moving very slowly is called a traffic jam.
yeah,
Traffic jam. If you are in a traffic jam, what do you do? How do you handle it?
just be patient, wait for everybody. It's the only way, like if everybody goes wild, it's nothing gonna change.
Nothing's gonna
It's
change, exactly.
just going to be worse.
But here in Serbia, I would say our culture, our driving culture is very low. People have no patience. They would
Yes,
like to do
that's the
everything.
problem.
It's a big
With
problem,
patience,
absolutely.
everything would be much more easier.
And another thing contributing to the traffic jam, especially in Belgrade, in our capital, is the lack of metro. We don't have a metro there.
Yes,
We don't have
we
anything
don't
like from
have the
this picture.
metro on 2 million people.
Yes, there are 2 million people and we don't have a metro. It's annoying, really.
Maybe biggest problem of Belgrade.
Perhaps the biggest problem with Belgrade. Hi, Peter. Peter, you live in Belgrade. Would you like to have a metro there? Thank you so much. I will keep teaching and helping you with English. You stay here and watch the stream, learn some new words. Okay, Lazar, is there anything else you'd like to say about the picture?
Mm, I don't know.
I don't
I,
think so. The
I
people
don't
are
think so.
crammed inside.
Yeah,
Crammed. Crammed. So pushed against each other in a
crammed.
tight space. So when something is, really tense in a tight space, like the people on this train slash metro, we could call them crammed. They are crammed inside of this metro bus. And yeah, here in the top right corner, we
A
have a
display of
display.
station, probably.
Exactly. We can't read the Japanese
Yeah, of
script.
course.
So, have you ever thought about learning Japanese? You like anime, don't you?
Yes, I like anime, but I don't like. I think it's too hard for me to learn
It is.
because it's like symbols or something like that. No,
Exactly. Their script is completely different. They use kanji. It is a different world
It
for
sounds
us.
cool, but I think it's very hard to learn.
Exactly, it absolutely is. Do you guys like anime? I was never a big fan. How did you get into anime? You didn't like it when we were in high school.
Uh, I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but when you want to start something, you
Mm-hmm.
need like watching anime.
Mm-hmm.
You need to look for some anime that it's like more how can I say
There's more
commercial
commercial.
for
Uh-huh.
everybody,
Yeah, yeah, good.
and then you
Commercial.
go to your branch uh,
Mm-hmm.
of
Your niche, right? You go into
your
your
niche.
niche.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I recommend everybody to start some like Dead Note or Attack
Mm-hmm.
on Titan,
Mm-hmm.
and if they like these shows,
Mm-hmm.
they can continue. If they don't like, don't watch anime.
Understood. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Hi, Marco and Lazar like Cyrillic. Yeah,
Uh,
well, not for us. Some people are saying that the Japanese script is like Cyrillic for them, but
no,
for us, it's not a problem, right?
Cyrillic is just goated.
Is go to W's in the chat for the Cyrillic script. Well, it can be confusing. Like, if you guys don't know anything about the Cyrillic alphabet, this letter is the letter B in the English alphabet, in Spanish alphabet, in the Latin alphabet, right? But in our alphabet, which letter would this be?
V,
That's right. So V, exactly.
V.
Mm-hmm.
But it's difficult when you approach from a position of someone who use alphabet.
Exactly. Who uses
But
the
when you
Latin
start,
alphabet? Mm-hmm.
yeah, when you start there, it's very easy.
Exactly.
Maybe
Just
for
like
some Russians.
Two, absolutely the same for Russians. So it's the same for people who live in Japan. The Japanese kanji is of course very simple for them.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if there are no questions, W student. Yes, Anna says W student.
Thank you, Anna.
Let's move on to the next slide. We have a dialogue between Jack and Sam. Would you like to be Jack or Sam first?
Okay, I will go first as a Jack.
Sure, you start. Go ahead.
How do you usually get to work, Sam?
Most days I take the bus, but if the weather is nice, I ride my bike.
That sounds healthy. I usually go by train because it's fast and I can relax on the way.
Excellent. I get that. The bus is convenient, but I don't like getting stuck in traffic.
So, what's your favorite way to travel around the city?
Definitely cycling. It's cheap, practical, and I enjoy being outdoors.
Same here. I also like walking, but only when I'm not in a hurry.
Did you learn to ride a bicycle when you were a kid?
Yeah, my older brother taught me when I was about 7. I fell a few times, but I go to hang on it, off it.
Good. That's pretty much what happened to me. My dad held the back of the bike for the first few days until I felt confident enough to ride on my own.
Once you learn, you'll never forget.
Exactly. Now it's still one of my favorite ways to get around. Good job, Lazar. Questions about the vocabulary?
No, I think everything is fine.
Perfect. Magdalena asks, subway, metro, and tube are the same. Yes, they are. So the tube is, I believe, a preferred British term, and then subway will be used in the United States, the U.S. But they all mean the same thing, exactly. However, we don't have any of them here in Serbia, like we already said. Lazar, what does to get the hang of it mean? But I got the hang of it.
When I was about 7, maybe used to it, or
Well, I learned it. To get the hang of something, to get the hang of something, to learn a skill. To learn
yeah,
a
but
skill.
isn't the similar like used to when you used to something, you know to do it. You know?
That's right. You get used to it in a way. Yes.
Yeah.
So I got the hang of it. I learned how to do it. I got used to doing it. Specifically, that skill. You are used to it.
Okay.
Good. Is there anything else? Maybe after we switch. So now I'm gonna be Jack. You're gonna be Sam. How do you usually get to work, Sam?
Most days I take the bus, but if the weather is nice, I ride my bike.
That sounds healthy. I usually go by train because it's fast and I can relax on the way.
I get that. The bus is convenient, but I don't like getting stuck in traffic.
So, what's your favorite way to travel around the city?
Definitely cycling. It's a cheap
Cycling.
cycling. It's a cheap, practical, and I enjoy being outdoors.
Same here. I also like walking, but only when I'm not in a hurry.
Did you learn to ride a bicycle when you were
A kid?
a kid?
Yeah, my older brother taught me when I was about 7. I fell a few times, but I got the hang of it.
That's pretty much what happened to me. My dad held the back of the bike for the first few days until I felt confident enough to ride on my own.
Once you learn, you never forget.
Exactly. Now it's still one of my favorite ways to get around.
Perfect. Yes, to get around, to move around, travel to the places in the city where you live. Tell me, Lazar, how did you get the hang of cycling?
I'm trying to remember, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I fell many, many times. It's the only way to learn.
Exactly. Just like
So,
English, you have to make mistakes, guys, in
of
order to
course,
learn. So
in
it's
everything in life,
exactly, but it's better to make verbal mistakes than to fall down from a bike, in my opinion.
when you're not good enough in something, you just need to push more, 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 and you will be better day by day.
Oh, those are some inspirational
Yeah,
words from Lazar. Perfect. So how old were you? Can you remember?
maybe 6, 7.
I think you said it intentionally, but I guess that's the usual age when kids learn how to ride a
Yeah,
bike. It's also something
like
worth
first grade, first, second grade,
of elementary school.
elementary
Yeah.
school, of course.
When did you guys learn how to ride a bike? I am going to assume you've all learned how to do it, but maybe not. Some people never learn how to ride a bike. In my
Yeah,
case,
I know
though,
one friend.
really,
You know him too.
who is it?
Uh,
I'm gonna be
can you
shocked.
guess?
I mean, I have no idea. But does his nickname start with the letter sh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we got it.
Shout out W's for him.
W's for our friends. Do you guys have any friends who can't ride a bike? Not that there is anything wrong with it. It's just unusual to say the least. I remember while I was learning how to ride a bike, I fell my face first on the floor, and I still remember the nosebleed I got that day. But as a sort of remedy, my father rented a PS2, and I was able to play GTA San Andreas for
Uh,
the whole day. So it was still a good memory
you
overall.
have Xbox too.
I had it later. It was Xbox 360, but PlayStation 2
Yeah.
is really old school. Some retro gaming stuff. It's a funny question. Does he like canned fish? Do you like canned fish?
Can fish?
It's a joke that my viewers have nowadays because I really love eating canned food, especially canned fish. So they ask everyone that question.
If it's not some sort of a joke, I don't know.
No, it's not
But
a joke. It's a genuine question. Like, do you like
no,
eating canned
no,
fish?
no, no. Actually, no.
You
But
don't?
no, no.
Why
Uh,
not? That's the wrong answer. Why not?
I don't like fish in any like
In
any
any
sort
shape
of
or
fish.
form.
Yeah, in any shape or form. That's right.
Uh-huh. Why
But it's
not?
It's my fault because it's very healthy,
Mm-hmm.
rich in protein. I need the protein, but I
Exactly.
don't know. I eat same meals every day: eggs, chicken, just rice
Okay,
and stuff
great.
like that. I don't eat fish. I drink omega 3,
Omega-3
omega
vitamins.
3, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't eat fish.
Okay, so you use
Well,
supplements to compensate for the lack of fish.
exactly.
Fair enough, but
But I know that you like Rio Mare and stuff like that.
I do absolutely. Any brand, it doesn't matter if it's expensive or cheap, as long as it's canned fish. I'm gonna fall in love with it. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. If not, we can proceed to the next slide. I'm going to assume that there is nothing. So let's move on to the next one. The primary topic of today's lesson, transport prepositions. This is something very tricky for most learners as the prepositions hardly make any sense and they are largely based on practice. So let's go through all of them. Lazar, you can start from the left, read the title first, the explanation underneath, and then the examples.
Okay. So by plus vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
use by for the mean of transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use an article in front of the noun.
Mm-hmm. Read the
By
examples.
bus, by train, by car, by bike, by plane.
Mm-hmm.
And we have example.
Mm-hmm.
I go to work by bus.
Yes, and the special
And
case.
we have a special case on foot, not by foot.
Excellent. So let me explain in more detail. As you know, we need to use an article in front of singular countable nouns, which all of these words are. However, when we express the mean of transportation, how we got somewhere, we are not going to follow that rule, and instead we are going to say by and then just the name of the vehicle. By bus, by train, I go to work by bus. An exception is on foot. So if you go somewhere by walking, you are going to say, I go there on foot, or like I said, by walking. So I go
Okay. So you
there.
can say by walking,
Exactly. On
but
foot
not okay.
slash by walking. But not, continue.
Not by foot.
Exactly. So not by foot, on foot. That is the rule. If you guys have any questions, of course, please feel free to ask. Move on to the middle one, Lazar.
Okay, on plus vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Use on for vehicles on which you can stand up and walk.
Mm-hmm.
Examples on the bus, on the train, on the plane, on a bike, on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
She left her umbrella on the bus.
That's right. Now, just to clarify, obviously you can't walk on a bike, but you can stand up while being on it. Plus, physically, you get on the bike. You are not inside a closed space, you are on a platform. So that is the logic for the bike. Same goes for the motorcycle. Have you ever ridden a motorcycle, Lazar?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I ride a lot
Mm-hmm.
in my um like how do you say? Not elementary school, but
In my high school days.
high school days. High school
Uh-huh.
days,
Or
yes.
you could say during my teens. During my teens.
During my teens, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a weak motorcycle, not
Mm-hmm.
like
Not anything strong.
not anything strong, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's something that was made specifically for kids or those who
Not kids, but
teens.
yes, we can say that.
We can say that for teens. I personally was never a fan of motorcycles. I was never a fan of cars either, but you need a car nowadays to go somewhere. So yeah, I can appreciate cars, but when it comes to motorcycles, especially the big ones that our friend Velha wants to
Mm.
ride, I'm more hesitant.
I
I
I also told him not to do it.
mm, Guys, what would you say to our friend who wants to ride a big motorcycle? Is it a
Because
smart thing to do?
one mistake and you're done. Maybe
Exactly.
maybe by some other people, not you.
But you're not protected. At least when you are in a car, you
Yes.
have this metal construction around you that can absorb the impact to an extent. But when you're on a motorcycle, it's all you. You know, there's nothing to protect you. But let's keep it bright and positive. Let's move on to the final example.
Okay. We have in plus vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Use in for vehicles you directly sit in and can move around.
Mm-hmm.
In a car, in a taxi, in a truck, in a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
We were stuck in a taxi for an hour.
That's right. So when it's a taxi, which is effectively a car, a truck that you just climb onto and you get in, or a helicopter, which again usually does not allow for more space than maybe a step or two, you're going to use in. That is the primary logic. On for buses, trains, planes, ships, bikes, in for cars, trucks, and a helicopter. However, in reality, it's just important to remember on the bus, on the train, and the plane, and then in a car and in a taxi. I'm not so sure you're going to be using a helicopter very often. Have you
Mm,
ever been in a helicopter?
no, no.
Me neither. But I would like to try. I think it would
Me
be
too.
a cool experience. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. Lazar, do you have any questions?
No, everything is fine for now.
All right, read the quick tip at the bottom.
Okay, quick tip. Say by car for general transport, but in the car when you are inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Say by bus for the method, but on the bus when you are riding it.
Exactly. So when you're riding the bus, you can say that you are on the bus. And it's important to remember the difference between drive and ride. When you are riding in a car, it means you are the passenger. When you are driving the car, you are the one behind the wheel. You are the one
Okay.
controlling it. So that is another distinction that's important to make. Do you prefer being the passenger or the driver?
The driver with my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
with any other like friends, I prefer to be passenger.
So why do you prefer being the driver with your girlfriend?
I don't know, I just like
I'm
that.
putting you on thin ice.
Yeah. Just next.
Move on. We're,
Move on.
pass the question. You have to drink now. You have to drink
Yeah.
instead of answering the question. Okay. Let's move on to the next exercise. We're gonna put our knowledge to use. You have the word bank, the expressions, and you need to put them in the blanks according to the context. So when you're ready, you can start from number one.
Okay. Every weekday,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel goes to work because it is cheap and convenient.
Okay, so which one would make the most sense?
By bus?
Okay, by bus. Sure, it could work.
I mean, buses are free in niche.
Really, they're free.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. That's the advantage of living in
We
Serbia.
are economically tiger.
Yeah, an economic tiger. Economic tiger.
Economic tiger.
Exactly. We are. Is public transportation
But
free in your countries? Let me know. Best driver.
we
Okay,
can
you
we
got
go with
praise. Uh-huh.
by bike?
But sure, I was actually thinking about bike, but it could be an
Okay.
option later. So let's leave it
It,
there.
it
Grammatically, it is
could be both,
correct.
I think.
Yeah, grammatically, it
Okay.
is correct. And also, Anna said you are the best driver.
Oh, thank you, Anna.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on to number two.
Okay. He usually listens to music while he is in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
In a taxi?
Okay, why not? In a taxi. So he can afford to pay for a taxi every morning.
You can go with on the bus too, I think.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
On the train.
Mm-hmm. All of them could work.
All of
But
them. Yeah.
our guy is rich and he can afford to commute in a taxi every morning. Number 3.
His wife doesn't travel very often, but because she prefers something more private. Mm, by bus.
Okay. By bus. It works really well. So she might prefer to use BlaBlaCar.
Yeah.
The app we all know. Just a second. Yuppie Yuppie says no, it's not free in Italy. It's free only on Sundays or for university students. Aha, only on
That
Sundays
is
in
nice.
Brazil. Yeah, it works well. And how much is the ticket, Lucas, if you have to pay? For old people too. Not also. Lucas, we use also in the middle of the sentence. So I also like pizza, but I like pizza too. So in your case, it should be for old people too. And Magdalena says in Mexico, it is not free. In Mexico, it is not free. We have to use the subject. It is not free. Only for elderly people. Okay, so the elderly people get the love, which is fair. Well, I don't know what you think, Lazar.
Sorry, I watched stream.
You were watching the stream. Good. You
I
should.
have some delay.
No
Can you
worries.
repeat the questions?
Yeah. So I was reading what people have been writing in the chat.
Okay.
And Magdalena said in Mexico it is free only for the elderly people. And Lucas said in Brazil it is free on Sundays and for university students and the elderly too. So
That's nice.
do
Maybe
you,
the best is to be all of that for elder, for students, for something like that. Or
yeah, but
if
I
your
think go ahead.
country's
An economic tiger
economic tiger, free for everyone.
like Serbia, but then you have to
But
pay for that.
you have to pay with your soul.
Exactly. As you can hear, Lazar is not the biggest fan of our current government.
Of
But
course.
I am on the same page with him. Perhaps even less favorable towards the government than him. In my opinion, public transportation should be free for university students, high school students, let's say students in general, the elderly, the pregnant women, anybody who's in need, who might need to spend money on something urgent. But if you are employed, I really think you can afford to pay 50 cents or $1. I don't know how much
That's right.
a
That's
ticket
right.
would cost. All right, number 4.
When she's in a hurry, she goes to the office. When she's in a hurry. Should I use by?
Yeah, exactly.
But when in a hurry. We can go by train.
By train, exactly. If it's a high-speed train.
But yeah, I thought about it.
I was in,
Maybe it's not the best solution when someone is in a hurry.
yeah, it could be by taxi then. It would make
Yeah.
more sense. However, to be fair, our opinion could be biased and based on the railway system here in Serbia, which is awful. You might have heard about that horrible case of 11 people. Was it 11 people or more who died when 16 people? God, horrible. So going somewhere by train is not safe here in Serbia. However, when I was in the Netherlands, their system was incredible. You could move around easily, and the trip would take only a couple of minutes. Really, really great. Number 5.
At the weekend, they sometimes visit Daniel's parents by bike.
Sure, they visit. Or I guess we could now change, right? By bike could be for the first one.
Okay.
By bus.
By bus.
Okay.
But I said by bike because it's like the weekend. Everybody's resting.
Now, when I think about it, yes. If we think in the way that they all have their own bike, Yeah, it could work.
Like spending some good family time together.
You're right. You're right. Okay, let's cancel my suggestion and go with yours. I think you're right. It's the weekend, and you just cycle to your grandpa's place. Why not?
Yeah.
Number 6.
Daniel loves looking out of the window when he's.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel loves looking out of the window.
Mm-hmm.
On the bus.
On the bus, we haven't had it, right?
Yeah.
On the bus.
Should I go next?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the final one.
Their son is still learning, but he already feels confident on his bike.
Perfect. Bravo, Lazar. You killed it on his
W's,
bike.
W's.
W's in the chat, guys. Everyone, you how to write a W. On Kick, on YouTube, a W for Lazar. Let's see what the people have written. Thank you. Now I got it. Happy to help, Lucas. Here it is 4.5 reais. Not sure. It's the Brazilian currency. Something close to $1. In my city, in bigger cities, it can cost more. It can cost the double. So it can cost double the price. Okay, $1 is fine. You're getting the W's from Lucas. It's a reasonable price, I would say. What do you think? Is €1 $1 fine?
That's like some standard.
More
2 euros.
Oh, you're getting so many W's from Magdalena, from Yupi on Kick. Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Where is Anna? Anna is not sending any W's.
Maybe resting now.
Could be. Oh, yes. So somebody is working hard.
Yeah.
That's all for this slide. Guys, do you have any questions? If you do, please let me know. If not, we can proceed to the final slide and discuss some nice questions. First and foremost, also, guys, please answer these questions in the chat. I'd like to hear your opinions too. The first question for you, Lazar: what is your favorite car brand?
Like some dream car or some car I think I could afford.
Well, let's do both. Future. Yeah, let's start off with something that you would dream of.
Maybe
like a sports car.
Porsche. Is it Porsche in English?
Porsche, exactly.
Porsche. Cayenne, maybe. It's more reasonable than 911. But maybe something between those two models.
So Porsche as a brand.
Yeah. It's very classy, you know.
I was never a fan of sports cars, like Cayenne or
Cayenne. It's not sport car. It's more like SUV.
You see, I don't even know, honestly. I've just heard the name. It's an SUV.
911 is sport car.
It's a sports
car.
Cayenne
is SUV. I like SUVs.
Is an SUV.
And SUVs.
Yes. We have to use articles in English, unfortunately. In Serbian, we don't have that problem. Now, what about something more realistic?
Some BMW.
BMW, okay.
Mid-range price.
Mid-range, yeah, okay. So mid-range BMW.
Like every Balkanic guy.
every Balkan guy.
Balkan guy. Old BMW.
That's right. That's
2010.
20 years old, imported from Germany, driven by a grandma. That's the classic story. Just like that. The people are saying Audi. Audi is a good German car.
Audi is a good,
very reliable. Mercedes too. Yes, absolutely.
E-Class.
That's right. The E-Class is legendary. However, my favorite brand is, of course, Fiat. I love Fiat. Yes. It's my current car. I have a Grande Punto, and I just love the design. I'm not sure if I would ever change it in the future. I'm currently eyeing...
it's Italian.
It's Italian. It's classy.
Classy, yeah.
That's what I like about it. But some of my Italian students don't like Fiat. That's crazy. It was quite unexpected. And a bonus point...
What do you think about Chinese cars?
Oh, that's a good topic? That's a good
because
question.
I saw them more and more on streets of Niš,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to hear your opinion about that.
Well, I
I,
don't
I,
have much knowledge or experience, but just my personal opinion would go in the direction of questioning their reliability. When it
of
comes to
course,
German cars, we know that they've been manufacturing reliable cars for decades now.
they are proven.
Exactly. You have BMWs, Audis, Volkswagens from the 70s still on the road today. Whereas I don't even know the names of those Chinese brands. What was the name of one brand?
BYD,
BYD,
BYD.
right? I've
I think
when did they start manufacturing cars? When did they enter the European market?
I just know that BUD or something like that.
BYD, I guess.
BYD
Mm-hmm.
have the largest factory,
Mm-hmm.
I think, in the world.
Could be.
But but uh, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
they are not reliable as German.
Mm-hmm.
So
As reliable as.
as everything as reliable
Mm-hmm.
as everything Chinese producing, going for quantity, and
Yes,
not
yes.
much on quality.
Yes, as with everything the Chinese
That
produce.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
everything the Chinese produce,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
That is the number one question, right? The
that
biggest
is the
question
red
mark.
flag for me.
I agree. We will see. I think the best solution for a consumer like us would be to wait a bit, see how the cars perform under local conditions, and then maybe buy secondhand. If
Yes.
somebody is really satisfied with their BYD after 5 years, I'm pretty sure their price will still be lower than the price of BMWs. Because even
Mm.
if the cars prove themselves worthy of the money, worthy of their price, most local people will still prefer BMWs and Audis for the sake of the brand. And that's going to be something we could exploit and take advantage of in the future. Be smart about it. Let me see what people are writing. Somebody says, no, it's Japanese. Is BYD Japanese? No way. It's
I think
Chinese.
Chinese.
We could be wrong, guys. Don't don't hate us if we're wrong, but I think BYD is Chinese. I'm pretty confident. Now Toyota is better than Fiat. What do you think about that?
I don't
Somebody
know.
said Toyota is better than Fiat.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
sub. How can I say? It depends.
Mm-hmm.
For someone maybe, for someone not.
Mm-hmm.
You said you like the design,
Mm-hmm.
and it's enough for you.
Yeah, but everybody praises Toyota's reliability.
Maybe I don't know. I
Mm.
don't know much friends have Toyota.
Yeah,
Uh,
not many friends.
Many friends.
Because friends are countable. We will see. Time will tell. BYD was very trendy 2 years ago. Right now, no more. You see, that's what we are talking about right now. If they fall out of trend, it's a red flag. It's a question mark. Fiat above all else. Preach, my brother. I agree. This is a matter that I definitely don't master, but I'd say Audi as well because that's the brand for which runs Boratello. Aha, for which Boratello drives. For which Boratello drives in Formula One. Do you watch Formula One, Lazar?
No, no, I don't like it.
I've seen some races, and I think I could get interested in it eventually. I right now I just know the big names, like what was the name of that guy? Hamilton. Hamilton
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the goat.
Hamilton have a bulldog also as
Has
me.
has a bulldog.
He has a bulldog.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Lazar has an English bulldog, by the way, guys. That's something worth mentioning. What's his name?
Pablo. His name is Pablo.
His name is Pablo. Perfect. Why that name? What inspires you?
I don't know. He's fat and criminal.
And fat and a criminal. Okay, enough for him to be named Pablo. Fair.
Yes.
The next question: describe the worst flight experience you had.
Mm. Oh, I don't have much,
Mm-hmm.
experience,
Experience
but
flying. Mm-hmm.
experience flying, I have like four or five.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can
Maybe
say
I can choose.
I've been on 4 to 5 flights.
I've been for four to
I've been
five.
on.
I've been on 4 to 5 flights,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the worst flight experience was when when we go to Paris. I think
Mm-hmm. Past
we go
tense. We went.
went
Mm-hmm.
when we went to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
The weather was like stormy, windy, and airplane started to, shaking
Mm-hmm.
more and more,
Understood.
and we got a little bit upset
Mm-hmm.
because we never experienced that.
The turbulence.
Yeah, but like much more higher turbulence than you think,
Than the average one. They
than the
just.
average one. Yeah, but pilot explained uh, shortly after that
Perfect.
that it's normal, and he explained to us that the airplanes
Mm-hmm.
are designed to
Withstand. Withstand. Mm-hmm.
withstand, to,
Much stronger.
much stronger than this.
Mm-hmm.
This is maybe 1%
Mm-hmm.
of how
Mm-hmm.
of
Much stronger force, let's say. Mm-hmm.
yeah, they can withstand much stronger force,
That's right, exactly.
and
Withstand, handle. It's a simpler version. Handle, much stronger force.
yeah, and after 50 minutes everything is all right.
Perfect. I've never experienced significant turbulence, perhaps only a slight one once, but knock on wood,
You're a lucky guy.
knock on wood, I haven't experienced that. Do you guys do this in your countries to break the jinx? Like you say knock on wood and you just knock on the nearest wood once or twice? Let me know. Do you do that, Lazar, when you try to break the jinx?
What? Sorry.
So when you say something, for
Okay.
example, in my case, I said I have never experienced turbulence. Now there is this belief, this superstition that if you talk about something positively ahead of time, it will cause in the future to turn negative. And because I said now, oh, I have never experienced it, in the future I will experience it because of that. I will jinx it. Do you know this belief, this superstition?
I know, like manifest or something like that.
Manifestation, yes, the jinx. The English
Man-
word is jinx. Yes.
okay.
To jinx.
Is it right to say manifestation on English or no?
In English, yeah, you can say you're manifesting. You're manifesting
Manifest, yeah.
something. But manifesting is something positive, something you do intentionally. Like you're thinking about it, trying to make it happen. I don't believe in that. But when it comes to jinxing something, I always try to knock on wood. You do it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
the
know
evil
about that.
doesn't hear about it.
Yeah, but it's like
It's what?
50-50, but I just believe in God.
Exactly. That's the right
Not
approach.
completely.
That's
Yeah.
the right approach. Not the superstitions.
But there is some power in mind. But God gave.
It is your self. What was the term? There is a professional term for that, like self-suggestion. When you
Yeah, yeah.
when you believe in something, it
Fake it
actually
till you
holds.
make it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why we have the
In a
placebo
positive way.
effect. We have the placebo effect. If you believe in something, it's actually gonna reflect in your physical and mental state. Let's see what the people are saying. Also, Chire. I haven't heard of that brand, Magdalena. Is it Chinese or something local?
Cherry.
Yeah, it sounds like cherry. I haven't heard of it, but the quality is not
I
good. She
heard of
says.
them.
Yeah, you've heard of them?
Yeah, I
Where
think
are they
it's like
from?
Chinese Passat.
Chinese Passat.
Yeah,
Could
you
be.
can search after stream.
Oh, I will. I'll have to. Welcome,
It
welcome,
it it
guys.
looks very nice, honestly.
My chat is going crazy on Kick. I can't even keep track of it. Guys, enjoy your chat without me. I have to read something on YouTube now. My worst experience was missing the flight, not infinitive, was missing the flight from Toronto to Mexico City, and the stop lasted 13 hours. Before I had traveled 16 hours from Delhi to Toronto. Imagine that. 16 hours from India to Canada, and then 13 hours because you missed a flight from Toronto
Nightmare.
to. It's a nightmare, yes. And a knock on
But
wood is a common expression in Mexico too. Yeah, I think it's widespread around the world. What did you want to
but
say, but
what do you think, Marco? In every flight, the worst thing is like
on
you
every
have
flight, on every
on,
flight.
on every flight, the worst thing is you have to go like 3 hours before the flight,
Yeah. It's
and
annoying. It's annoying.
it's annoying.
Especially for short distance flights. I
Yeah,
frequently fly to Turkey and back. It's a 1 hour flight, but I have to be at the airport 3 hours early. It is inconvenient, but
plus sometimes they delay the flight,
oh,
and
again, knock on wood. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But it is definitely something that they do intentionally, I believe, to an extent, because that way they can upcharge and just make you pay for shorter search times, shorter customs, skipping the queue, all those add-ons,
yes.
upgrades that they
Usually
charge you
low
for.
cost companies do this.
Exactly. It's for a reason. It's for a
Yeah.
reason. Uh,
Else for Ryanair. Else in
Ryanair
Czech.
is specific. They're a special story. Welcome, Rosa Cat. I hope you are enjoying the stream. Tell us about your worst experiences and tell us about the next question. How do rising fuel prices affect the way people travel in your country?
Rising fuel prices affect everybody because when fuels go up,
Mm-hmm.
every every item in stores go up
Mm-hmm. Every
because
item in stores go up. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that's the worst thing about the rising prices of fuel. Uh, in question, you said how that affect like travel. I think um the travel is not the problem. If you understand what I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
people must pay and must go to work. They, but prices of food and stuff like that, that's the real problem.
Exactly. That's the biggest issue. I would say
That's the
that.
biggest issues because everything is connected with fuel,
That's right. The fuel powers everything.
dictates everything else.
That's right. You are absolutely right. But have people maybe switched to cycling as bicycles don't require any fuel? Or maybe some
Yes, but
electrical
Balkan
vehicles?
people will never do that.
Really?
They are so used. Yeah, yeah. My father goes to like 1 minute of walking. He goes with car,
Uh-huh. He goes?
with a car.
No. Be careful. He goes. How does he travel?
uh, by car.
Bingo. He goes by car. So it's how he travels, the mean of
Yeah, you're
transportation.
right.
He goes by car. My father is the same. He now has two cars, actually. Even though his furthest
Flex.
destination is 25 kilometers away. He needs two cars for that. But what do you think about those electrical bicycles or even electrical cars? They're not a bad concept. All those Teslas, BYDs that we've discussed.
Yes, but as I said, I think our people are so used to something else and they couldn't switch easily. But it's good. Honestly, it's like healthy, eco-friendly stuff like that.
That's right.
I
It is better for the environment,
It's
but.
better for the environment, of course. But
And we can move on to the next question. It's a perfect
okay,
bridge. Which forms of transportation do you think are the most eco friendly?
cycling definitely, and maybe some
Electric cars.
electric cars.
But the electric cars have those lithium batteries that could take a while to decompose.
Yes, but still better than
The
fuel.
exhaust gases, yes,
Yes.
from fuel. Well, some people might argue with that. I'm not knowledgeable enough. I can't take any sides, but they should help the environment What I'm really annoyed about is the fact that big corporations do nothing about reducing their carbon footprint, and then it's up to regular citizens, everyday people, to reduce their emission of gases and
Yeah.
sacrifice the comfort.
They're just talking about that and nothing, and they practically done nothing.
And they do nothing, exactly.
They do nothing. Yeah.
They do nothing. That's the biggest problem. Everything is more expensive in Mexico. Very useful lesson. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope you're enjoying the class. If you have any questions, please do ask. I ride an electric motorbike and I get along very well in traffic. Not for long distance. Yeah, when you are on a motorbike, you can definitely just wave around the cars, of course, if you're careful, and avoid the traffic jams. But for a short distance only, like you said. You can't go to another city.
Yeah, of course.
Once I had a flight, and in that flight, this is a cliffhanger. we can't know what comes next. Please reveal the end of the story, Rosa. And the final question, what is one change you would introduce in traffic?
I never think about that.
I never thought about that.
I never thought.
Some new sign
Can you-
and some new rule.
You sign.
A new rule.
I don't know.
Have you ever...
What do you think?
I haven't thought about it, but now I'm thinking in that direction. Like when I'm driving, what is something I wish people would introduce? And there is one rule that we don't have in Serbia, but it is currently being implemented in some Western countries. They are trying to avoid or pretty much outlaw the left turns. So they are trying to force people to always take the right turn.
How is possible? How is that possible? I
Well, perhaps the left turn would be allowed in intersections where there is a traffic light, as that is better regulated, or by simply replacing the intersections with roundabouts. Roundabouts force you to slow down, and even if there is a collision, it is seldom deadly as compared to classic intersections. What do you think about that rule?
maybe it is like infrastructurally.
What could be done?
Yeah, I don't know how to say.
What is it related to? The structure of the road?
I think the government needs a large amount of money for a small change like that, and the government never do this.
The government will never do this.
Yeah,
Yes, because they need to invest funds, and they'd
they
rather
need to
spend
invest
it.
large amount of funds, I think,
That's
for
right.
for small changes like that.
Exactly. And they'd rather spend money on weapons
Yeah.
and, just getting half of it in their pockets. That's the
Yeah.
reality. If I disappear after this class, you'll know why. I'm bringing light to some shady practices by our local governments. What the people are saying. Once I had a flight, and in that flight I felt nauseous. It was terrible for me, and when we landed, I took off the plane even before business class. I took off the plane even before... I got off the plane. The plane takes off. When the flight starts, it takes off. I got off the plane even before business class. So she had to run to the front, and she left the plane even before those people with the most expensive tickets, which is
Do you
the bright
think
side.
Do you think the expensive tickets are worth buying?
No.
Of buying?
No, absolutely not.
Because
I
it's-
don't believe in that. If you
Me
have enough money, like either you get yourself a private jet, if you have that level of wealth, and then you can fly anywhere you want at any time you want. But paying extra for some lounge at the airport and a glass of champagne on the plane on a flight that will last 2 hours, I don't believe in that. However, maybe I'm just poor. If I had money,
We are too poor to figure.
exactly, to understand that, to figure that out.
Understand? Yeah.
True, true. It could be the case. I don't know. The companies have different
That's
shifts.
5 minutes advantage means a lot to them.
That's right. It would work a lot. There is a nice suggestion from Magdalena that compañías, I guess companies, have different shifts. I mean, not everybody goes. Everybody is always followed by a singular noun. The singular form of the verb. So it needs to be goes. Out at the same hour, companies let work remotely. Yes, yes. So basically, she's suggesting that we remove the rush hour by having some people leave work at 3, others leave at 5, at 7, or just even more people start working remotely. I think it's a good suggestion, right?
Yeah.
It's a smart one.
Interesting.
I would like to see that, but once again,
people in Balkan would say like, "You're gonna work to 3. I don't wanna work to 5."
Until 5, yes.
Until 5, and stuff like that.
Exactly. Our people's mentality is something else, really.
Maybe in Japan that would work.
Absolutely. They might already have it in Japan at this point, but not here in the Balkans. It's just not possible. Do you guys think that could work in your countries, in Italy, Turkey, Mexico, Brazil? Could people respect the new rule and leave work earlier or later than their friends? Because I think many people would be annoyed by the fact they can't grab a beer after work. You know, all of a sudden you finish at 3, I finish at 5.
Yeah.
There is a misalignment. And it might sound funny now, but I'm sure there would be some issues like that in reality. What is Lazar's job? Somebody asks.
I'm searching for a job. I'm electrical engineer.
So you are job hunting. We can say job hunting.
Yeah.
An electrical engineer. And what would be your job in essence? Like when you go to work, what do you do there?
It's like a large field. I can work on many things. I can't say specifically one. But something related with electricity or
related
something related to electricity or related to programming, something. I graduated bachelor degrees in system controls, if you know what is that.
System controls. Well, we can
System controls,
imagine it is related to how, for example, a machine manufactures a certain product.
Yes. And you programming machines.
You program machines, yes.
Program machines and follow the. If you need to make something up, classic engineering stuff.
So you just maintain the machines and make them when necessary, especially the higher level, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Exactly.
Bravo, Lazar. You are getting some W's in the chat. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I'm a little bit shy, but
it's getting better. It's his first time. It's his first time. Next time he comes on here, believe me, it's going to be a different guy. Lazar, next time you come here, are you going to say in car or on car?
In car.
Are you going to say, for example, on a bus or in a bus?
On a bus.
That's right. Good, good. I'm just checking your knowledge for the end. Some quick questions when you're unprepared. But you were ready. I didn't catch you off guard. So guys, if you have any final questions, please let us know in the chat. We're gonna bring this class to the end. Good luck for your future, Lazar. People are telling you that.
You too.
Lazar is on fire.
You're my favorite teacher.
Thank you so much.
I watch every stream.
Thank you so much. You should be like
Just
Lazar.
keep going. Push forward. Some motivational motivational speech for the end.
For the end, for me in particular.
Yeah,
For
for
me in
you.
particular. But people are also saying really nice things about you. Lazar is on fire. Good luck to your
Thank you.
future.
I hope in some next streams
Mhm.
I could see them from the chat being your students.
Exactly. Well, Magdalena is going to come soon. We have already agreed on that. Magdalena, you're coming on Sunday, I believe, or no, Saturday, pardon. So we're going to see
I'm
her.
looking forward to it.
Yes, we are all looking forward to that. Guys on Kick, I wish you a good night. Guys on YouTube, I enjoy this class
Bye.
very much. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you all for watching. Wishing you